Hello everyone. As you may all know, climate change won't solve itself. We need non-stop brain power, fresh ideas, critical thinking, and real grit to create solutions that stick. That's why we created Kapwa to tackle these challenges head on.
So Kapwa, first and foremost, was designed as a mobile app primarily to help community members report different environmental hazards such as exposed water or more commonly overly polluted areas. It uses real-time GPS and photo uploading so that local governments and volunteers alike can respond as quick as possible, because it's built on the idea that progress, it takes collective action. Kapwa turns everyday citizens who want to make a difference into active partners in order to create a safer and stronger community. So the project focus for Kapwa really centers on the idea that solving environmental challenges requires sustained intellectual effort, and we've seen this multiple times. It doesn't just get solved with awareness and critical thinking, but also innovation and long-term commitment. That's the most important part. So we emphasize the role of disciplined problem solving. Sure, we do that in creating solutions that actually work, but a collaborative, self-sustaining long-term effort is really what we're trying to build here. So we've developed and we continue to support student-led projects and policy proposals focused on climate change mitigation. We have different solutions, and each solution is rigorously evaluated and we use standards like relevance, depth, most importantly, real-world impact with different frames of references and planning for failure. We ensure that the idea is not just creative, but most importantly, practical and scalable. All right, so to be honest, environmental pollution across the country is no longer isolated. It's almost systemic. Everyday issues like illegal dumping, clogged drainage, hazardous infrastructure, it's all piling up. Just the other day, I saw a row of power lines just toppled over because for some reason, they just weren't built to last. It directly affects the quality of life of every Filipino, much less a bustling place like that. The core issue isn't just the problems themselves. Obviously they are issues, but more so their symptoms. There's also a gap in response. Slow, unintuitive reporting system, limited visibility for everyone, and a lack of coordinated community involvement. It allows these hazards to fester, persist, and worsen over time. Now, where Kapwa comes in, it's a mobile platform designed to close the gap. Everybody has a phone for the most part. It enables citizens who can afford to help to instantly report environmental hazards, and it's real time. There's photo documentation, and then there's a chat feature which allows you to get into the details. It creates immediate visibility for issues right there on the ground with everyone. But more importantly, Kapwa transforms reporting into an action by connecting local governments, NGOs, and community volunteers with one system. It's one system, and it builds a responsive network that addresses all these problems so fast and allows for so much interconnectedness. The result? Yes, smart, yes, faster, and yes, more engaged approach to environmental management.
Okay, so this is the mock-up prototype of the proposed application. As shown, the interface presents multiple selectable options. We'll begin by accessing the profile section. So in the profile view, the user's profile picture is displayed in an enlarged format, along with their full legal name and identification details for verification purposes. Let's go back, return to the main interface. We'll now select a location on the map. So let's pick Maria y Arosa. So upon selection of Maria y Arosa, the application displays a more detailed view of the map location, along with an image of the site. Additionally, a chat feature is available, allowing the users to communicate with others associated with the location. Let's see the details of the selected request. In this section, the task description, schedule date, and list of participants are presented. Users have the option to join the activity. Once joined, the interface updates to reflect participation. As you can see, we're here, and it says leave instead of join. So yeah, so we're able to leave and join. Now, let's go back. The main interface. Okay, so let's try searching for Maria y Rosa instead. So let's press on the bottom button right here, and let's input Maria y Rosa. Okay, let's pick Maria y Rosa. As you can see here, it shows multiple. Yes, okay, let's just pick it. And basically, it's the same thing as just searching it or dragging a pin onto it. So this is our mock-up prototype, and thank you.
The main competitor of this project is the My Naga application created by EasyBusPH. This application was created specifically for the citizens in the city of Naga, located in the Bicol province. This project was spearheaded by Mayor Lenny Robredo, wherein it's built for good governance, transparency, and citizen empowerment. So the selling point of this application compared to other applications that would require the services from official government agencies, this application would use the services from volunteers, especially from NGOs.
Now onto the financial projection. To kickstart the development of Kapwa, the project will secure sponsorship funding from partner businesses and organizations with a total estimate budget of 100,000 pesos and the funding plan for about 5 sponsors, each 20,000 pesos. And for the budget allocation, it's seen here, app development, marketing and promotions, launch event, operations and maintenance, and the contingency. And these sponsors will receive brand exposure through logo placements, social media promotion, and recognition through the official launch event. And after the launch, the sponsors will also be featured as in-app featured partners, and they can further renew their sponsorships into the future.
Kapwa's main target market are the residents and frequenters of the tapped area. It is our team's goal to secure sponsorships with local businesses to promote the app. Once those are secured, we will move on to creating online and physical advertisements targeted to our audience. For example, online there will be dedicated YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok accounts, which will promote Kapwa's launch via a countdown through posts and ads. For physical ads, posters and tarpaulins will also be posted in the surrounding area. Lastly, a Kapwa launch day event will be held in partnership with the local sponsors to promote the app and incentivize those who will download it and register for accounts.
So let's talk about the 3 major impacts in our sustainability plan. So our sustainability plan is a cloud data system targets barangay level resilience in the Philippines, focusing on low impact softwares across its life cycle. it aligns with local initiatives like One Barangay, One Product for community-driven sustainability. So first, the creation phase. Development uses efficient coding, local servers, and beta testing to cut carbon emissions and address urban risk like flooding. This mirrors green software practices, optimizing for energy use and hardware longevity. Second, the use phase. Real-time reports enable proactive responses, such as cleanup drives and tree planting. This reduces the disaster response times and urban heat. These features enhance biodiversity while supporting barangay-level monitoring. Lastly, end-of-life phase. Cloud data migrates seamlessly to zero e-waste barangay systems via open source, allowing local adaptation and long-term innovation. Cloud strategies like data tiering further minimize environmental harm.
So that's it for Kapwa. Thank you for listening. Join us. Let's commit to perseverance and bold greener future.